Are you an insurance agent's worst nightmare?
No. What does that sound true? Okay, you got me, I am.
Johnny, we brought you here today to take a lie detector test.
I can't believe I agreed to do this. It's like a bunch of torture devices. You have a little button you push to electrocute me?
Only if you lie.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna get electrocuted.
Okay.
Are you ready to take this lie detector test?
Yes.
Let's start with your life. Is your real name Johnny Knoxville?
No.
What's your real name?
Philip John Clapp.
You've said that you came up with your stage name because you wanted to have a snappier name, correct?
Yes.
What did you mean by snappier?
Well, I mean, PJ Clapp's not doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. You know, my last name's a venereal disease, so, you know. It was even worse in high school when I had a letters jacket and I'd go to the mall and it had Clapp on the back. Jesus.
So based on your definition, do you think your stage name is snappier than this person?
Oh, wow. This handsome devil. No, I'll give The Rock the snappier name. I'm better looking, but he has the snappier name.
What about this person?
Oh, old dirty bastard, man. I'm giving it to old dirty bastard. Oh, love him.
In Jackass Forever, you're shown getting your bald patch dyed.
My what? Oh, bald patch. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Have you been dyeing your hair for a long time?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing it for years, sister, until I let this happen.
Have you always been a vain person?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Get it from my mother.
Is that true?
The first part was true.
Do you consider yourself a silver fox?
No.
That's not true.
Do you think you're more of a silver fox than this person?
Well, he's still piercing that ear. Yeah, no. He's a handsome devil. I'm okay, but he's like a handsome devil.
And what about this person?
Ooh, no, that's a hunk. That's a hunk.
Let's talk about some injuries.
Okay.
During a stunt for Jackass Presents, Matt Hoffman's tribute to Evel Knievel, you tore your urethra. Do you think that injury would have impressed him?
I don't know. He was tricky. He would have probably taken the stance that I had no business on that bike and what am I doing, and I don't think he would have been impressed. I remember the one time, it was an ESPN award show where they were giving a Lifetime Achievement Award to a certain number of people, and Matt Hoffman was one of the people. And so they asked me and the Jackass guys to give the award to Matt, and Evel Knievel was there. The guys were in their worst behavior that night. We walk out on stage to present the award, and someone kicks Wee Man from behind, and he skids across the stage on his stomach. And Pontius is stripped down to nothing but his belt, and he walks out on stage, and he's doing a helicopter with his gym dog. Our friend Chris Naracco was on stage with us, and he was puking the whole time. I was trying to hold it together, going, well, you know, Matt Hoffman means to me, and we got cut out of the show, and they said someone said Evel Knievel was upset the way we acted. So, and I don't blame him.
All right. Is it true that you didn't let your daughter watch Jackass when she was little?
I showed her like certain things, like where Wee Man was a Oompa Loompa or something like that. But as far as watching a whole movie with me, no, she was 14. And I made her sit next to me, and I had all of the bits in front of me. And they were marked. And sometimes she had to close her eyes, sometimes she had to put her fingers in her ears, and sometimes she had to do both. So I don't want any of my kids doing stunts, and I've had to tell my son that a lot.
Is it because you're afraid they'll be better than you?
No, I mean, I'm pretty lousy, so it's not like, they're gonna have to try too hard to be better than me. But no, I don't want my kids getting hurt.
You said that you had to tell your son not to do stunts.
Yes.
Has he obeyed that?
For the most part, yeah. He's pretty excitable, but for the most part, yeah.
So you're not hoping to have a Jackass legacy?
No.
Let's move on to your career. You've had a long acting career with a lot of credits to your name. Is that correct?
I don't know. Done okay.
Is it safe to say that your proudest acting accomplishment was your role in Coyote Ugly?
Yes.
Do you actually do all of your own stunts in films?
Oh, when I get on a regular Hollywood movie, they don't want me to do any of my stunts, except for did something with Jackie Chan, but he let me do like everyone except for one. I didn't even go with the director. I just go, Jackie, can I do this one? He's like, yep, I love Jackie Chan. But in Jackass, yeah, there's no stunt doubles.
Are you an insurance agent's worst nightmare?
No. What does that sound true? Okay, you got me, I am.
Have you ever been denied coverage?
Yes. At the end of the Jackass TV show, I think we lost all our insurance. So that wasn't great. I think we were uninsurable at that point. So.
Was being hospitalized after the bull stunts your most expensive injury?
I honestly don't know. Trying to think all of them and how many times I'd have to go back to different doctors. I don't know the answer to that one. My concussions are probably my worst injuries. I did have a blowout fracture of my left eye once where it popped out and I had to go back in. That happened a couple times. Once in the bathroom, and then another time when I was walking around with Pontius. With the injury I had, the blowout fracture, I wasn't supposed to sneeze for like 6 weeks or something. And I'm like, I have allergies. But I was walking around with Pontius and he said something funny, and for whatever reason, I grabbed my nose, went, like the word is like, dunk. So, no, it doesn't come out that far. It's like a little past Marty Feldman.
What's the most painful injury you've endured?
Like the concussions are bad and the breaks are, not so fun. But the worst pain that I felt, I think, is like it doesn't sound like it would be with the pepper spray. I hated that. It's like someone lit a fire in your eyes and put it out with kerosene for 20, 30 minutes. I didn't like that. But I'm sure there's more painful things, but that was up there.
Your co-host on Prank Panel is this person. Were you a fan of his antics before you worked together?
Yeah, Eric's great. Yeah, we're lucky to get him on that show. Poor guy, he had a tough first week.
He tried to quit the show.
No, he didn't try. He quit 3 times. Last time I had to beg him, okay, I won't do anything. I won't prank you anymore. I really hadn't started going at him that hard yet. But I think, on his show, no one goes after him. And I think he's used to being the hammer and not the nail. So it was different for him, and I don't think he liked it.
Was Eric your favorite guest cameo on Jackass?
Now that is unfair. Yes, he was.
You're lying.
Who was your favorite guest cameo on Jackass?
I love them all.
Let's talk about pop culture. Is it true you were once offered a spot as a cast member on Saturday Night Live, but you turned it down?
Well, they're going to offer me about 5 minutes each week to do something like a video piece. At that time, Jackass the deal was finally getting done, right? It took a couple years. And so I had to choose between me going on my own on Saturday Night Live, it's a very competitive show, or kind of bet on myself and my friends. And crazy move at the time, but I just bet on me and my friends. It's a tough one.
You're very popular in the WWE community. Do you still have beef with this man?
This is not a man. This is a boy. Just a boy. It's a punk.
Who is better to work with, the WWE wrestlers or your Jackass cast?
I love working with the WWE, especially when it's smashing Sami Zayn's face. But I also love doing Jackass. Hopefully they can coexist together.
Is it true that you were cast as a Ken doll in a Tom Petty music video?
Yes, and I was so excited because that's one of the first things I'd gotten. I think Phil Joannou directed, and I shot it. It was so fun. Tom Petty was great with everyone. And then it comes out on MTV, and a girl I was waiting tables with, she goes, "Oh, I saw the video." She goes, "The background, no one was in focus." And I was like, "What?" And I watched it. It was, no one was in focus. I was so heartbroken. Good times.
Do you think you should have been asked to audition for the new Barbie movie?
No.
So you wouldn't have played a better Ken than this person?
No, are you kidding? Woof. Hashtag woof. Look at that guy.
You've said that you possess a lot of prick skills.
Yes.
Are you a bigger prick than this person?
No, this guy's the biggest prick I've ever met. He is a real pain in the neck.
Were you surprised when the prosthetics were nominated for an Oscar?
No, because I thought the guys did an amazing job. I thought we should have won, but we kind of hamstrung ourselves because Irving gets his gym dog stuck in a Coke machine in the first 5 minutes, and so all the Academy members that were probably going, "Wow, that's really good makeup," is like, "This is trash, and I'm turning it off right now." Oh well, that's show business.
Final question. Did you at any time during this test lie and we didn't catch you?
Yes. Quite a bit.
That is true.